What do I do now? I can't believe Maya and I were actually found guilty.
The other thing that tips me off weird about the entire thing is to even get a helicopter up above there to do any sort of flight at any point in time, it has to be approved by the High Minister guy.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Wright,
I'll be.
I set the whole trial. What's gonna happen to Miss Maya now?
I'm worried about that too.
Let's go.
Right now. Right now. I need to focus on the next trial.
The murder of acolytes a lot, right?
Way.
Different guy.
No.
He's still alive.
No, they're saying he died.
Oh, was that actually him?
I believe this is who they're referring to, so I guess my theory's potentially out the window. Because it's in me. He's the only Zealot we have. At least the jury's still out on that one, so to speak. The two murders are most likely connected. If I can get to the bottom of Acolyte Zealot's murder, it might give me ammunition I need to overturn Maya's guilty verdict.
Let me help you investigate. I want to assist you in any way I can.
I appreciate it, Albie. But we're talking about a murder.
Yeah, but it's going to be hard for a foreigner to investigate this on his own.
You have a point there. I wish I knew what to do.
Oh.
See, also, my other issue with this new murder is how are they going to spin it on Maya if he died while she was under arrest? Like, how could it even be her? How he's been dead this long and no one noticed? I feel like someone would have noticed.
I guess it depends on how long it took for the body to be discovered.
Isn't that your benevolence? Princess Rafa?
Oh, it's you again. The dead lawyer walking, guilty of abetting a murder under the Defense Culpability Act.
I see she hasn't lost any of her charm. Why the long face? I thought you'd be glad I was found guilty under the DC Act.
I'm in no mood to take joy in your suffering.
Really?
For I was unable to defeat you and had to leave the job to others.
She's upset she couldn't do it herself. Ah, Winnie Winnie Po Po. Yeah, the grieving wife is younger than her husband.
I failed in my sacred duty as the royal priestess.
Guess that answers my question. All I did was defend my client. Can't bear to see her looking so sad like this, though. Your benevolence. Your benevolence.
Oh, barbed head. I thought you had already begun your journey to the Twilight Realm.
I'm not dead yet. Still have an investigation to do for tomorrow's trial.
What's this? Do you mean to say you have not given up yet?
That's right. I'm going to prove my innocence tomorrow.
But why?
You
Why
wouldn't
would you let your friend
understand.
die?
You wouldn't understand because you have no friends, Rafa.
Why do you refuse to give up? I cannot fathom such obstinacy. Investigate all you want. I care not.
You really don't mind? But aren't you worried that a lawyer backed into a corner by the DC Act might do something desperate like forge evidence?
What's this?
Ouch. Oops. I roasted Rafa. Oh no. Whatever shall we do? If left unsupervised, I'd be free to do whatever I wanted, you know. Phoenix!
Grr.
Okay. Now to see if she takes the bait.
Yes, I see your point.
I love how Phoenix just suddenly hints like, hey, you should totally keep an eye on me just in case I forge evidence.
Barbed head.
Yes?
I know what happened yesterday. You perpetrated some sort of fraud or other misdeed while I was not watching. In like a second.
Girl, listen. We got a guilty verdict. Like, if we did something shady, like, we would not have gotten a guilty verdict, you know? Huh? You think about it? Huh?
That explains why I misunderstood the voice of the High Priest's soul. Yes, of course. That is the only explanation.
I was just trying to cheer her up. Now she thinks even less of me.
I must not allow you to sully our sacred hall of justice with your misdeeds ever again. Therefore, today I will be monitoring your every move once more.
Cool, thanks.
I will not fail to spot your misdeeds this time.
You won't spot any misdeeds, let me tell you.
The moment I see anything out of the ordinary, I will send you straight to prison.
Okay, so basically we can't use our Magatama. Got it.
And you, young boy, do not throw your lot in with this foreign devil.
Aw, poor Albie.
But your benevolence.
It's okay, Albie. You don't need to worry about me. I'll be back before you know it. First, I should probably lighten my load a bit. Albie, would you mind holding on to some evidence for me?
Of course not. I'm always glad to help.
Here, Albie, have our unnecessary evidence.
Well, you might as well see what's gone.
You fool!
May the Holy Mother's blessing be upon you.
Okay, so it got rid of whatever was first. Oh, it was Maya's book that was up first. Half our evidence is gone. So the arrow's gone too. The envelope is gone.
Yeah, because we've already seen them sent.
So the paper's still relevant. Obviously, autopsy is relevant. Photos. Now then. Scene of the crime is the logical place to start. If I recall correctly, the body was found at the Plaza of Devotion.
He was killed exactly where he sat. Was he dead the entire time?
He might have been. So the question would be, where? When? Who?
And how?
When, who, how, why? Many, many questions. Looks like the police are already finished their investigation. Do you think someone would be killed here? A place devoted to prayer. Body outline in flowers? Did someone leave in here in memory of the deceased? There's something different about the prayer flags today.
As the High Priest disciple, Acolyte Zealot was utterly devoted to his training. First the High Priest, and now his devoted disciple. Maya Fey will pay for this.
As I keep trying to tell you, Maya has nothing to do with any of this.
And you can prove this how?
What do you think I'm doing here? Gathering dirt and dust for the trial.
You and your smart mouth. This is precisely why you and your loyally ilk are so reviled.
Hey, Mr. Right. Emma.
It's that detective from your country again. Beep! It's the princess! I can't do that voice right now. You seem displeased that I am here. Oh, no. Don't be silly. Mr. Wright, I'm so sorry about what happened to Maya.
It's not your fault, Emma. You were just doing your job. And if I had just done mine...
Mr. Wright.
But it's no use crying over spilled milk. Would you mind telling me what you know about the murder? It's a do or die in court tomorrow, and I mean that literally.
Gladly, I'll help in any way I can. I'm waiting for Pokegirl Sinnoh to notice my cake. But... Remember, I have my eyes on the both of you, so see to it that you commit no misdeeds. Of course not. You're talking to a professional here.
Are you sure? Let's see. How about starting with an overview of what happened?
It is praised a lot. Sure, the victim is praised a lot. He was the High Priest's disciple. His body was discovered around noon today, because he didn't get up. Right after the rite wrapped up.
So during the High Priest murder trial.
That's right. Apparently he had been here praying since the day before the rite even started. Really? Talk about serious devotion.
That's not sus at all. Yeah, I barely lasted a few minutes.
This is a picture of Mr. Zealot's body. Oh, what the?
How did no one see that? Also, what?
That looks interesting.
It's a
like
peach.
A raspberry or strawberry.
I think it's a peach.
You get a peach out of that? What else we got here?
The dagger is in his upper back. It looks like it would have been particularly painful. Is that a tattoo on the back of his neck? It's peach-shaped. Ha!
Everyone started leaving and the praying was finally done. But the victim remained bent over in prayer, and when they went to check in on him...
They discovered he was dead, right? See, my question is, how did so many people walk by seeing these people pray and not notice the knife sticking out of his back? How did people...
Could have been his raiment or something like that.
What?
Could have been like his raiment, like his cloth covering it.
Maybe? It's like that. It just, I'm very sussed out about this.
Maybe there was an earthquake and he died Tenko style. Yes, the estimated time of death is May 9th, sometime between the start of the rite and discovery of the High Priest's body.
So he was killed first.
Yep.
So what? Wait.
So he was killed when we had our bad back.
Doesn't this statement alone exonerate Maya?
No, because
The start is a rite, and when his body was discovered, that would mean she was already up there with him when Praise-a-Lot was killed.
They're gonna find a way to place her because of the fingerprints. In other words, we believe this crime took place during the purification rite. And the murder weapon was the same ceremonial dagger that killed the High Priest.
I am already sussed out. Like, this is weird. This doesn't make any sense to me.
Prosecution believes Maya came down the stairs after killing the High Priest. And then stabbed Mr. Zilot with the same dagger.
Circumstantial evidence does point to Maya, but what about the cause of death?
He apparently died instantly from the dagger that was left thrust in his upper back. Here's the autopsy report. Oh, here we are. I want to know which...
Spinal cord injury from being stabbed in the upper back by a bladed weapon.
Spinal cord?
Well, yeah, because it stabbed him in the back of the neck, which that would hit the spinal cord for sure.
Estimated time of death, you say? How can you know such a thing? Body decomp. I want to know. Well, Barbed Head, what with it? Oh, so the Princess's Spirit Medium Kingdom is interested in forensic science? Huh. I have no interest in science, forensic or otherwise. Nevertheless, I will someday be queen. As such, it would be wise to know what silly things the common folk believe in. There's nothing to be silly about it. I'll have you know, even Prosecutor Sad Matty holds forensics in high regard. Does he? Perhaps I should not underestimate the power of science. Unless you have it, like, individually sourced.
Nope.
Still, I suppose it's nothing much compared to the divination seance. She really doesn't have to be adorable bone in her body.
Emma, I think she's actually interested. Would you mind explaining it to her?
I guess I have to now. Okay, there are many ways to estimate the time of death. But the most well-known method uses a change in body temperature. Body temperature drops at a steady rate from the moment a person dies. But what if he's in the cold? That means we can tell how long someone's been dead by measuring their temperature. Huh, I see. That was quite enlightening. Barbed Head, present your forehead now.
What? Why?
You feel just a little over 95 degrees and muted.
95? I mean, it makes sense. But, like, why do you say 95 specifically?
Is that 95 Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Fahrenheit for sure. Like, if it's
It seems
95, that
not
means
dead
Phoenix
yet.
is below temperature.
Yep.
Of course I'm not.
Heh, it was but a jest. After all, you're still a dead lawyer walking.
Failed to see the humor in any of this. Were there any witnesses? So many people here at the plaza. You'd think someone would have seen something.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But we haven't found a single witness.
How's that even possible?
Because everyone is bent over, utterly devoted to prayer, and
Right. It's a back-shattering pose that nearly killed me. Still, you'd think someone would have noticed something.
I thought so too, but the monk scarf he had on, no one could see the dagger in his upper back. That's what it was. Plus, everyone was so absorbed in prayer they didn't see or hear anything.
I can't believe this. So would that mean he didn't see, like, there should be no, like, she shouldn't have anything from him then. Because, like, if he's just bent down in prayer, he shouldn't see anything. Because he also died instantly.
I think he died the exact moment Phoenix Wright had his back problem and got carried away. However, there's one piece of irrefutable evidence. The dagger. Sadly, yes.
We don't have the picture in the paper, do we? It'd be nice if we had a picture in the paper, because I wanted to look at something. I wanted to see if the Kira had gloves, which I think it does. Ugh. Could you tell me about the murder weapon?
The killer used the Warbad dagger, the legendary weapon of Lady Kira. It was discovered impaled on the victim's upper back. The accused's fingerprints were found on the dagger, were they not?
Yeah, but if Ace Attorney has taught us anything, fingerprints on a murder weapon mean absolutely nothing. Let's see, how many times have fingerprints been on a murder weapon that were planted? Let's see. I think Will Power's fingerprints were planted. Miles' fingerprints were planted. Let's see. Trying to think through all the cases. Well, obviously, in this case, Maya's fingerprints are planted. See, my fingerprints were actually planted in game 2 as well. Like... Yeah. How many times can we plant fingerprints?
Yes, they were. With such irrefutable evidence, there was no questioning the accused's guilt.
Can't look at it, dang it. Not so fast. What about a motive? Maya has no reason to kill Acolytes a lot.
What did the police think about the matter?
Maya had no reason to kill Acolytes a lot.
So you say, but let us now hear what the police think about the matter. The police believe Maya is Lady Kira, figure who has been battling the rebels. And since Mr. Zella was a disciple of a high priest who turned out to be a rebel, he too was likely a rebel, therefore meant the same untimely demise as his teacher. Yes, that is how the police currently view this crime.
So wait, Maya is the Lady Kira vigilante.
I agree on a personal level, but the police are just going with what today's trial concluded.
Really blew it in court today. So these flowers were left here in memory of Acolytes a lot, were they? What do they call them?
They are known as Namanda, and they are given to express sorrow when a life is lost.
Seems offering flowers in memory of the dead is a universal practice. Also, I'm pretty sure this is a different flag.
Yeah, that's totally different.
It's probably like much newer than the rest. Your benevolence, what does it say here?
The dearest wishes of our subjects are written upon these prayer flags. Reading the prayers of others is considered rude, but if you must know, It says, at the usual spot, bring grub. The key too.
What? Don't you think she would find that a wee bit suspicious?
Yeah, it's a lovely prayer. Where the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, at the usual spot, bring food.
There we go.
This one is a more direct and impractical prayers I have ever seen.
I wonder if it's even a prayer. Acolyte Zalat died bent over in prayer. There's no trace of blood on the ground, though. The fact there's a solo bleeding could mean it's a single stab to the vital point. That would have been very difficult considering the position he was in.
Do you think I would witness a lawyer being allowed to pass through the sacred gate?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't unless I had to. The stairs were brutal to climb.
What's this? Do you even know how many monks would give their lives to pass through that gate? Be thankful for the great honor you have been afforded.
How about no? Let's be very ungrateful to the situation. Yes, your benevolence. Okay, I wonder if there's anything else. Oh, what's this? Albie said these are called prayer flags. The prayers written on them are carried throughout the kingdom by the wind. Now, if I were to pray for something, it would be for me to not get dragged into any more trouble than I already have been. Well, we still got 2 cases, Phoenix. There's going to be a lot more trouble. Wait, does it just repeat? Stepping over like the last thing he must have saw must have been this rug.
It is a prayer rug woven by devout monks. May the Holy Mother's blessing be upon this departed soul.
It's strange that there are no blood stains, though.
Huh. Perhaps it was so cold his blood froze, or perhaps it was absorbed by his vestment.
It's pretty cold. The blood really did just freeze inside his body. No. -2 Celsius. So it does freeze sooner than I thought. Oh wait, yeah. See, human blood is -2 to -3 Celsius. I didn't think it would be that low or that high. I thought it would have been much lower. But I definitely don't think it's below freezing here. So we're just gonna roll that one out. Okay. Message on a prayer flag seems a little weird, but I think I've seen everything there is to see around here.
You have not found or heard anything of particular worth. Are you ready to give up?
Yes, we're gonna give up. We're done. We surrender. We'll stay the execution. We'll just jump off this mountain for you. How about that? No, I'm not calling it quits yet.
Does it look like you have any hope of winning, Mr. Wright?
Emma. Can't really say at this point. All I know is I have to keep investigating.
What are you 2 sneaks up to? I would advise you to get back to work if you are done here, Detective. Otherwise, I will report you to Prosecutor Sadmahi for dereliction of duty. Hey, I'm going. Well, see you later, Mr. Wright. And good luck.
Just want to pay a visit to everyone in every place connected with this case. So we have to go everywhere. Got
Everywhere. I'd say start at the very top.
Well, we didn't get a trigger. I've already searched here. Never hurts to take another look around. So my guess is there's not going to be anything here because it didn't trigger anything.
At least if you hover around, you can kind of double, triple check things. But this is it.
There's a new picture.
Oh yeah, there is. Maybe she put it up for both of them, right?
Maybe. Hello. I'm sorry to bother you again, but... Oh, it's you.
Barbed head. You're not contemplating casting suspicion upon Lady Believe, are you? She lost her beloved husband, and now Acolyte Zealot, who was like a son to her.
Of course I'm not. Since she was close to both victims, I wanted to hear what she has to say.
Very well.
And then there's the fact that Lady Kira didn't attack Mrs. Immi. It probably means she isn't a rebel. Is this about poor Puree? Well, I'm sorry, but I don't think I can talk about that right now. But what about Maya? She's innocent. Maya, I heard she was found guilty. First my dear husband, and now Puree. Miss Inmi, you don't really believe that Maya is a killer, do you? I don't know. But that was the verdict, so what else can I believe? What am I to do? The verdict was already reached in your husband's case, but the truth of the matter is yet to be found. How can you be so sure? Because I believe that Maya is innocent. That is all I have right now. My faith in her. So please, help me understand what happened. So you're defending her based solely on faith, even though you'll be punished for abetting the accused. That's right. All right then. Your face has moved me. I will tell you what I can.
Are you sure about this, Lady Believe?
My lovely wife is a devout follower of Kurainism. As such, she is not one to make light of another's faith. But if I find that you have lied about your faith and my faith's innocence, I shall curse your entire family and your disciples for the next 8 generations. Hey, leave Athena and Apollo out of this. My question is, when is Athena and Apollo going to get here into Khura'in? They got to be coming, right? All right. First things first.
Examine the photo for sure.
Photo of the High Priest, his wife, Acolyte Zealot, and Maya.
Look what Maya has. What do you see? A third monk?
A picture behind him. What's that picture? I'm suspicious. Where'd that picture go? Because this was taken right here. Also, wait a minute.
Ah, fuck.
Uh-oh.
Look, she has a watch.
Read the first line, Earl.
Yep.
Maya got this in exchange for her Steel Samurai watch.
Yeah, there's also one more thing. If you zoom in on her lovely little accessory for Maya.
Okay, so the feather is that color.
So, not dipped in blood, but there is proof of a switch.
What do you mean switch?
Well, proof that they switched, right? Okay. All right, keep going.
Since Maya's in it, it must have been taken the day before the rite. Should ask Mrs. Inme about it.
To think this would be their final family photo. That no good Maya Fey has some nerves. I mean, here she is posing with the two men whom she would soon kill.
I beg to differ. I see this photo as proof that she didn't kill them.
Huh. The smile of hers does not fool me. I sense a deep and abiding malice behind it.
I'll prove Maya's smile is real, the real deal.
Can you check the globe in the back again? Is that new?
Which globe?
Remember that little ball we looked at?
It's gone.
Okay. Yeah.
The ball's not there either. What is this scary looking spiky thing?
It is a floor cushion for heightening a practitioner's mental focus. Your ignorance astounds me. There is not a soul in Quran who would not recognize this.
Floor cushion? You mean you're supposed to sit on this?
Huh, how else would you suggest it be used?
Looks like a torture device to me.
Barbed-head, it appears you are quite fond of rummaging through the garbage.
Well, the garbage can have evidence, so yes. I just thought there might be some other important piece of evidence in here.
Oh, is that right?
Look, I'm not doing this for fun. Really. Doesn't look like there's anything else of interest in there. Pictures as a queen and her husband, the Justice Minister of Quran.
Yes, my mother and my father. What do you think? Do they not possess an awe-inspiring air?
Oh, terrifying is more the word I would use.
Well,
DK! Yes, they are very awe-inspiring. Okay, so it looks like that's everything. Let's present her that picture so we can just do all the dialogue. Can I ask you about this photo? It was taken during the Feast of Blessings, the day before the rite was held. The Feast of Blessings? Wait. She doesn't have to watch anymore.
nope, it's off.
Where's the watch? Would you mind telling me a little more about it? Alright. How did Acolyte Zilla end up living here as your husband's disciple? About 2 years ago, while my husband was at a spiritual retreat in the mountains, he came across Pare collapsed on the ground. That's when he brought him here. You were always one to help those in need, weren't you, dear? And he'd been living here ever since? About 2 years ago. It's around the same time Maya arrived in Quran. Yes, he was born in a poor village and had nowhere to call home. My husband felt pity for the boy, so he took him in as his disciple. But not only as his disciple, he was like a member of our family too. I see. This is where Acolyte Zelot lived. There might be something I could learn about him lying around here. This photo was taken during the Feast of Blessings. The Feast of Blessings? Yes. It is forbidden to eat during the days of the rite, so the day before it is performed. We enjoy dishes full of jingil. I'm guessing that's how that's said. Yeah, jingil, probably. An herb known to... Jingil?
Ginger ale?
An herb known to strengthen the body and mind. You love jingil-based dishes I make, didn't you, dear? Jingil. I heard you can go 3 days without sleeping after eating some. Yes, but many foreigners don't care for it because of its strong smell. Our customers say these dishes can only be eaten the day before the purification rite, and only between noon and 3 p.m. That's pretty specific. Is it because the smell is too strong? A very good guess indeed. It is to ensure the smell is gone by the time Lady Kira is welcome the next day. Wow. Is it really that strong? Come to think of it, the evening before the murder, overwhelming odor was all over town. It's like a cross between garlic and mint. After the Feast of Blessing, Puree went over to the plaza to begin his supplication. I never thought that would be the last time I would see him. What was Maya doing at the time? Shortly after Puree left, she went to the temple to prepare for the rite. I don't know what she did after that.
Can you read that one more time? Just curious.
Yeah, we'll see specifically what info they gave. The family photo was taken during the Feast of Blessings, where it's customary to partake in dishes made of gingerly. These dishes are only prepared during the feast, which starts at noon on the day before the rite and must be finished by 3 p.m. the same day. So Acolyte Zelot went to pray the afternoon before the rite? According to the newspaper. On the day before the rite, the plaza was so cold the whole place had iced over. Puree always prayed a lot. I wonder why. Far more than anyone I've ever known. Because it's his name. He has to do his namesake. He was a devout young man whose face has twice as strong as others. I know why, but that's kind of intimidating to me. Thought I'd made some progress by now. But I haven't come across any particular insightful information. Even here.
You seem disappointed.
Mrs. Emmy, is there anything else you could tell me? Forgive me, but if I keep thinking about those two any longer...
Barbed head.
Yes, I understand. Thank you for your help. I'm sorry to have troubled you.
We have paid a visit to all of the people and places connected with this case. Really? I think it's about time you prepared yourself for the inevitable, don't you?
Have we visited everything though? Because you know we haven't talked to Maya yet. Maya sure looks tired. I'm so sorry, Maya. I failed to defend you during that trial earlier today.
I'm sorry too, Nick. I never meant to get caught up in this whole mess. Even worse, I got you caught up in it too. And you were convicted under that stupid law. Nick, you should really withdraw from this case.
Doesn't matter at this point, Maya. It literally does not matter. We are going to die unless we prove you completely innocent of all charges.
Maybe they'll even commute your sentence if you do. No, they won't.
I could never abandon you like that. You might not believe me, but I'm going to pull off a win somehow.
It's not like I don't believe in you, it's just...
Don't worry. Maybe this extra day in court is a blessing from the Holy Mother. Let's use it to our advantage. We'll turn this trial inside out and upside down. You'll see.
Okay.
It's like, what are you two plotting?
You're awfully
quiet, your benevolence.
talking for a guy who doesn't have any lines. It's only a matter of time until your executions are carried out. I simply thought I would allow you to a good talk before you depart from this world.
Sorry, but we are not giving up yet, and we won't till the bitter end.
There is no need to put on a brave face. Your fates were sealed with today's verdict. Worry not of Maya Fey. The Twilight Realm will cleanse the taint from that neophyte practitioner's soul. And perhaps the Holy Mother may finally forgive her.
Wait. Was that her attempt at comforting me?
Barbed head for the resistance shall come to naught. Stop your desperate struggle, accept the judgment that has been passed upon you.
She obviously doesn't know me very well.
Then perhaps your sentence will be commuted, and... Hold it right there, your benevolence. Why do you always have to be like that?
Maya? What do you do?
What does it matter? I was simply showing some mercy upon your souls. Nick here is risking his life to defend me. And that is why I told you it will come to naught. No, it won't. Nick is just doing what lawyers are supposed to. He's defending his client no matter what. Enough! There's no place for lawyers in the Hall of Justice. For we have the divination seance. But your insights were wrong. Oh, I felt it before it happened. Yeah.
Oh boy. That's gotta hurt.
Don't you get it? Errors are bound to happen if your insights are accepted without question. So I ask you, Royal Priestess, what is your true duty? Do the victim's souls or the Holy Mother herself wish you to judge people in error?
Yes, Maya!
Oh, you dare bring her holiness' name into this? You know nothing, you phony baloney!
Please, you two. Enough already.
Sorry, Nick, I got a little carried away. That's not really like me.
No, I should be thanking you, Maya. It's good to have you in my corner.
How dare you mock me so? You will not get away with this. Tsundere, kudere, go do your laundry. I was a fool to show you compassion and to think I could convince you to accept your fate. So struggle all you want in the Hall of Justice tomorrow. You will receive your just deserts as the scorn of our kingdom is heaped upon you.
I can see straight through that contorted smile on your face, you know. She may say these terrible things, but it's just the way she was raised, I guess.
Present to her the photo.
Oh, wrong thing.
We took this picture during the Feast of Blessings. Before all of these unthinkably tragic things happened. Unthinkable? I doubt that. You were suddenly plotting a murderous rampage at the time. I was thinking nothing of the sort, especially not during that meal. The smell of ginger was so strong I couldn't think of anything else. Yes, well, it is a rather intense aroma.
Wow. Do we even want to know how strong of a smell ginger gives off up close?
I can't believe the sacred dagger was used in a murder. Only a truly irreverent individual would dare do such a thing. And it was your fingerprints that were found upon the weapon. How do you explain that? I used the dagger during rehearsals, so that's why it has my
Yeah,
fingerprints on it.
Maya would have definitely touched it beforehand. Like, it makes sense for Maya's fingerprints to be on it. Like, come on.
And how do I know you're not lying? Why won't you believe me?
Just let it go, Maya. There's no changing her mind right now.
First enemy and now Acolyte Zealot. Spare me your crocodile tears. We both know it was you who slew this pious man. No, it wasn't me. Nick, how can we make her understand?
Probably only by getting to the bottom of things in court tomorrow.
It's my plumed Punisher strap. There's only one of them in the entire world. I'll treasure it for the rest of my life.
Your benevolence. I can't help but notice how hard you're staring at this strap.
Me, what's that? Sorry, but you're sorely mistaken. Hey, your benevolence. Would you, let me out of here in exchange for the strap? There's a debate going on in there. What a preposterous idea.
Didn't stop you from entertaining the thought, did it? We're talking for.
Yeah.
We didn't present with her. We didn't. I don't think we actually
just
went in depth. Could you
like, what's a talk?
Yeah, what's a talking point? Could you try to remember what happened one more time?
I've been trying as hard as I can. But I can't remember anything from the middle of the right onward.
Right. You suddenly felt sleepy, and everything after that's blank.
Even so, I didn't kill anyone. And I'm not the one going around dressed like Lady Kira.
If you're not supposed to fall asleep after eating the stuff, how did she fall asleep?
I think she skipped out on the meal.
Did she actually eat it?
I don't think she ate it. I feel like Maya might be a picky eater. And might be the one
It's either she didn't eat it or a very powerful sleeping drug was used or something.
Well, what they said is it keeps you up, and youngsters and other people hate the smell, like tourists and whatnot. Although it's kind of cool to think that there's a mysterious female vigilante out there.
Right. Were you close to Acolyte Zealot?
We met several times during the meetings about the right. But I didn't know him very well. He seemed pretty quiet.
Did you eat together the day before the right?
Yeah, we ate this one super sticky dish. But it was actually really good. Oh, she ate it.
So she did eat it.
I wasn't sure I'd like it, but it was love at first bite. Like, you know, the salty noodles at Eldon. It's like you added garlic and herbs to that and then let it simmer for a really long time. When did she go to Eldunes?
Eldunes has been there for a long time, sir. Sounds more like a hot pot than ramen to me at that point.
Now I miss ramen too.
So what was Akala like while you were eating?
He seemed to be enjoying the food. But as soon as we were done, he left to go pray.
And what did you do?
Oh, I returned to the temple to prepare for the rite. Consistent.
Coincides with Mrs. Inme's description of events. Any ideas who might be pretending to be Lady Kira?
When the rite started, it was just me and Abbott and me.
But the
Sam's
Sans vision
showed us.
But the Sans vision showed a third figure who looked like Lady Kira.
I'll just be over here.
No, come back. This
I
is
know,
your line.
Lady Kira, I wish I could have seen her in the flesh.
Yeah, let's stay focused on a case, shall we? It's supposed to have been impossible for a third party to enter sanctum.
Ah, but what she came from the sky, you know, like a bushy bearded paratrooper. That mountain would have been no match for Lady Kira's wings.
That's from the Plume Punisher TV show, right?
How did you know?
Because the real Lady Kira doesn't have wings.
Oh, I've got it this time. There must be a secret room with a secret door at the inner sanctum. That's actually what I thought earlier.
Yeah, we both were like, hey, is there a door here?
And then they mentioned a key. Did you know there are 88 secret Plume Punisher bases here in Karai? 88.
Can we please stop talking about the Plume Punisher show for a sec, Maya?
I guess so. Keeping it real is much harder than it looks.
Well, I should get going now.
Sorry I wasn't any help.
Don't worry, I've got this. We'll beat the charges tomorrow and be on the first plane back home before you know it. Are we really going to leave that quickly? Because I feel like there's going to be more to do here. Then we'll go grab dinner at El Doom's. Or your favorite burger joint. You pick.
Sounds good. I think I'll get the extra large hamburger steak topping on my salty bowl. Best of both worlds.
Yeah, we're going to go to both. You can have whatever you like. But first, I have to beat the charges.
Ah, I almost forgot.
What is it?
I have a favor to ask.
Okay, but why are we whispering? Yeah, I did notice like the got quieter there. Did you notice that, Earl?
Yep.
Okay, but why are we whispering?
I forgot to list something at the High Priest's house. It's super important. Would you mind getting it and holding on to it for me?
Sure. So what is this super important thing?
In my bag, you'll find a folding book. It's only given to a priestess who performs the rite. It's called the Tome of Secrets.
That does sound important. How could you leave something like that just lying around? That explains all the whispering. If Reva found out, all heck would break loose.
Look, it's got Lady Kira's real name written on it, so...
Hmm?
Oops. Don't tell anyone I told you that. In fact, just forget I said anything at all. It's supposed to be a secret.
Does she know who the real Lady Kira thing is?
What if the last surname is in me? Or her maiden name?
Tome of Secrets contains secrets. Imagine that.
Huh, what are you two whispering about?
Oh, nothing. It's just she forgot something, so I told her I'd get it.
You are up to something, I just know it. Thanks, Nick. I'm counting on you.
We're gonna see something. We're gonna see something when we go here, aren't we? Is something about? Are we about to see something we shouldn't when we enter here?
Let's see.
Hello? Anybody home? No answer. This Emmy is probably out right now. Well, just get what I came for.
I am watching it like a war bad barbed head. You better not steal anything.
Would never do something like that. I'm just here to get what Maya asked for.
Then get on with it.
What if you'd stop interrupting me? Ah, here's Maya's bag.
Huh? What is that strange patch on her bag?
It's the Steel Samurai. He's a hero of an action hero show back in my country. It's actually Maya's favorite show. She's got all sorts of merchandise related to it.
I see. He looks strikingly similar to the Plume Punisher.
They're similar, but the Steel Samurai definitely came first.
I see. How interesting.
What if it seems genuinely intrigued? There must be a common thread between Plume Punisher and Steel Samurai fans. Come to think of it, didn't Maya mention something about trading a Plume Punisher fan? And it's Mrs. Me. That's just a fan that she traded with. But I digress. I better find what she asked me to look for and get going. Let's see here. It's gonna be gone, isn't it? Oh, never mind. This must be the Tome of Secrets that Maya was talking about.
Well, Barbed Head, are you finished now?
Hold on a sec. The string around it is coming undone. Whoops. Does it mark any different?
Yeah, actually it is.
I don't think we have a picture of Lady Kira, do we?
No, in a mail thing we do.
And we can't view the picture in the paper. We don't have a picture of her.
What about the little doll thing?
That's not Lady Kira.
The little figure of her? Oh.
We can't view that either. Or at least we could. Because there's nothing on her forehead here.
Yeah, nothing there.
Oh.
Ah, you fool! Do not laze eyes upon it! Put it away, quickly, before we go blind!
Relax, my hand just slipped.
This is the Tome of Secrets. Are you trying to get us cursed?
Yes.
Lady Kira is liable to swoop down and gouge her eyes out.
Oh, right. This book is related to Lady Kira, isn't it? Your benevolence, would you mind if I asked you some questions?
Huh. This is not something I would normally speak about to an outsider such as you.
Well, can't you make an exception?
If you insist, neither.
Whoop!
What of this folding book? Yes, I see. This very important tome is bestowed upon the priestess of the purification rite.
Very important. What's written inside?
Yes, I see. Really? Is it all right to reveal that?
Your benevolence?
Patience, patience. The book contains Lady Kira's true name.
Her true name? Is a name really that important of a secret?
To a Kuranus priestess, a person's name is one of the most important things to know.
What's so important about a name?
Without a name, a priestess's voice will fail to reach a person's mitama. It is much like trying to send a letter without the recipient's address. A spirit can only be identified once you know the deceased's face and name.
Oh, I get it. It's like when you see someone in a crowd and you recognize, but you don't know their name. It makes it impossible to get their attention.
Indeed, you must know a spirit's face and true name before you can commune with it. Is it the same for Kurina's most secret art, one for my mother alone may use?
And Maya can use it.
Alone?
The queen has a secret art?
Huh. Is it something a foreigner such as you could never hope to guess?
Spirit channeling. I should pretend this is all new to me. Besides, I have a feeling she secretly really wants to tell me about it. Could you tell me about this secret art of the queen you spoke of?
Come again?
Oh, sorry. Maybe we shouldn't talk about this. It is a secret after all, right?
It is a secret of the art of spirit channeling. But I suppose those words are meaningless to you.
I'm just surprised how willing you are to tell me about it.
A third-rate lawyer cannot channel spirits simply by learning of the technique.
Third rate is a bit harsh. I didn't even settle for second.
What is it? You have the look of a tentacled hag frog upon your face.
What the heck is a tentacled hag frog? Spirit channeling. A sort of a medium lets a spirit possess her body and return to the world, right?
Well, now I see you have done your homework.
Quack.
Quack.
Oh, I guess I studied a bit.
With the power of spirit channeling, one can bring back even the most ancient of spirits. It is quite a magnificent power, is it not?
Never seen her eyes light up like this before. I imagine they're pretty shocked when they come back from ancient times.
Indeed. A spirit's memory is cut off at the moment of death.
So even a spirit that is brought back after centuries doesn't sense any gap in time between a moment of its death and a moment it is channeled.
Yes, and yet it clearly recalls all of the memories it had in life. Thus, even heroes and scholars of antiquity can be channeled and directly learned from. Our queens have also used this power to help the rulers of neighboring lands seek counsel. That is why we have never been invaded and how we've maintained our unique culture.
So spirit channeling is a real effective tool for international politics.
It is indeed. And that is why only those with the power to channel spirits may rule our kingdom. But of late, there has been an endless influx of illegal immigrants from neighboring lands. The fools come seeking the same great power as my mother.
Illegal immigrants?
Yes, it is becoming quite a problem. Some have lost their way in life and look to Quranism for their salvation. Among them are also those of dubious nature who have been driven from their own lands.
Dubious nature. Driven from their own lands. Gasp and Pain definitely fit that bill. But they sure weren't treating him like an illegal alien. Can you channel spirits, your benevolence?
I am but the royal priestess. There is still much that I must learn. As of now, the divination seance takes me to the very limit of my ability.
So her spiritual power doesn't measure up to Maya's.
You were just mocking me in your mind, weren't you?
Don't be ridiculous.
It is written all over your face, you impotent nincompoop! The divination seance was one of the important roles to fulfill by the queen. That is what my mother taught me when I was little.
So the queen can perform the dance of devotion. That'd be a sight to see.
Phoenix. Someday, I will be a powerful priestess and queen, just like my mother. And the divination seance is a vital part of my training to prepare me for that day.
Forgive my ignorance, your benevolence.
Huff, you shall see. It will not be long before I, too, master the secret art of spirit channeling. I will be a magnificent queen who unites her people for the greater good of Kurai.
Now I see. Spirit channeling is something she really aspires to. Which actually has something in common with Maya.
Are you quite through now? There are more important things to do than to stand here and talk about spirit channeling.
That's true. It doesn't have anything to do with this case, as far as I can tell. Or does it? If the queen is a spirit medium...
Are you about to suggest that my mother was channeling Lady Kira?
Ah! I guess you saw that one coming.
Huh. Lawyers are indeed a witless breed. On the day of the right, my mother was engaged in other duties at the palace.
Of course.
My mother is a very busy woman, and the idea itself is preposterous. Do you truly believe the Queen of Karain would personally battle the insurgents? This is precisely what makes you third-rate.
Another dead end. This is bad. Anyway, I need to continue looking for leads, so...
Over there, after him! Don't let him escape!
What is all that racket? What? The escaped prisoner has surfaced here in town?
Ooh. Escaped prisoner? You mean this guy with the bushy beard?
You fool!
There's no reason to panic, you fool. The police are on his trail.
He's no longer a suspect, but he might know something, considering he was at the scene of the crime. Let's go take a look.